Hello everyone and welcome to my video. I am NinjaGuyX and today we're doing a first impression of the Quest 2 version of Underdogs. Now I know that a lot of you is wondering if the Quest 2 version is any good or not, and I'm here to tell you all about it along with my thoughts on the game. Now I just finished my first run. I couldn't defeat the last boss unfortunately, but I got a good 2 hours and 15 minutes in, so I feel like I got a good impression on the game. So let's go ahead and check it out. So for those who don't know, Underdogs is a roguelike mech brawler, something that I've never seen in the past. Is very unique. It's developed by One Hamza, which also created in the past Racket NX, which is completely different, from the game we're seeing right now. So, One Hamza had the idea of this game about 6 years ago. They created the proof of concept about 3 years ago and then went into production only 2 years. So this game took them around 2 years to create, which is pretty impressive. I really like the cell shaded style that they have. The cell shaded is one of my favorite style in gaming, so I really like it. And for those who pre-ordered the game on the MetaQuest store, you actually get a different bling, which is kind of like the Gorilla Underdogs logo, which is kind of cool. Right now there's actually a technical difficulty and nobody has it, but One Hamza is looking into it and we should get it pretty soon. It should automatically appear on our cockpit, so yeah, just look out for that. Alright, let's go ahead and watch some gameplay here. So the story is kind of interesting. Basically, you guys are brothers, and in the past when you were young, your brother hacked into the system to get you a mech license to keep you out of trouble some way. And now, for some reason, he's been hacked, a la Matrix. It's very, Matrix style where, yeah, he's being hacked by someone, and, if we don't save him, he'll probably die or something like that. So now we're trying to figure out how to get into this big city that will help us out. It's very interesting. I like the story. I like where this is going, and I'm looking forward to see the ending and see what's gonna happen. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to finish it, but it's pretty cool. So we're trying to build our way up the ladder, in these mech fight, in these tournaments, to be able to gain access to the city somehow. It's pretty cool. As you might have noticed, I don't, it's maybe not showing there, but this music is excellent. I really enjoy the music, and sometimes I would just bobbing my head while watching these cutscenes. It's pretty cool. So as you can see, when you start the game, you start in a tutorial, and it's pretty straightforward. You just do some punches, and it's pretty quick. It's pretty easy. And that's something that I like about the game, is that the learning curve is very straightforward, very simple, very fast. All you have to do is just punch, and that's it. And then, you can move, by crawling with your hand, but you have to hold the back trigger to do that. So you hold the back trigger, and then you just move around like that. Like I mentioned before, I'm fairly new to VR, and it didn't took me a long time to just figure things out, and that's what I liked about it. So here I am at my first fight. As you can see, I'm playing around with the bling. That's the cool thing about that thing, right? It's just different. I'm just playing around here, trying to see how everything works. Bobbing my head. I don't know if you noticed there, but yeah, I'm really enjoying the music. So here I am calibrating and trying my first fight. So yeah, when you start your first fight, you're really excited to give that a try, and it really delivers, right? You give those punch, and it really have this oomph, it really kicks, and it's really enjoyable. As you can see, the graphics, it's pretty good. Typical for a Quest 2. Also, people were wondering if there were shadows, and as you can see, there's actually some shadows, so it stand out pretty well. I noticed that the recording, it looks pretty good, but on the headset you'll notice that the resolution is a little bit lower, or I'm not sure how to explain it, but when you record, it's a little bit different. Here I am smashing and all this fun stuff. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this, and something that I like about the combat is when I played a sword game in the past, all I wanted to do is just do the same move over and over. But the way that they develop this game is you don't want to always do the same thing, because there's different kind of mechanics. So if you punch fast, you can stun the enemy. If you do really big hooks, you're gonna do a lot of damage. And then there's a move I like to do where I just bump the enemy like this, and it works really well. But depending on the enemy, because there's some enemies that has armor where you have to punch them on a specific side, and different kind of mechanics like that, which is pretty cool. So every time you finish a round in the game, you actually go in this hub where you have to like do a few things. And the best way I can explain that, you know, in a roguelike, you always get like random stuff which makes your run a little bit different. But the way I can explain this one is that it's as if you go like on a little adventure every time you finish an arena, because you have to like make decisions 3 times. So whenever the first decision, you have 2 choices. You can either repair your bot or go in the store, and then the second decision you have to make, you have to like do other things, you know, like risk some stuff to get some weapons. So it's kind of like, I like it. It's kind of like a little adventure, and you have to make decisions to make sure that you go on the right spot, you know, and get better stuff. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to show you a spot like that, but there were some parts in the game where it lagged a little bit. It's not often, you know, so it doesn't break you out of the immersion often. But I just want to say that once in a while, you know, the frame will dip, and because it's understandable. It is a Quest 2 version, and it can happen, right? But it was never like bad enough for me to really be like, oh, come on, you know. So it's something to keep in mind. So at the end of the act, you have to defeat a boss. So, you know, there's a few acts that you have to do, and every single one has a boss, and they're actually very, very unique. I like them to figure out what you have to do. They really look good, right? They have a really, really nice design. And like I mentioned, I really like the cell shading. As you can see, when you look up, this is kind of like an effect that I noticed with the quests. All around you, the resolution is a little bit lower, and it focuses like right in the middle. But as you can notice, there's sometimes, yeah, like the frame, not the frame, but the resolution is a little bit less there, which is, you know, makes sense due to this lower version that we have. So here we are at the fight of the boss. As you notice, I like, how you have to figure out things, make sure you don't get hit. Lots of movements, right? Something that I noticed in the first, you know, I've seen a lot of videos, and a lot of people were saying, oh, you're very sweaty when you play the game. But, you know, I went through the first full act and I wasn't sweating at all. So I was like, why is it so sweating? But when I was doing Act 2, that's when I realized, you know what, yeah, it's really, you know, giving me a workout. So, don't give up for the sweatiness. You'll definitely get it probably in the Act 2 for sure. So here we are on Act 2. That's another cool thing. Every time you change act, you have a different arena, right? And, I'm not going to spoil some more. I'm only going to bring it up to Act 2. But, yeah, very fun that, you know, there's a lot of variety. A lot of varieties in monsters. They all act differently. Like, there's a dog that grabs you, and you have to, like, take it off, you know, hit it down and stuff like that. Very cool. And here I have a pet animal, right? I think I destroyed it myself, you know, but it happens. And some people might think that the voice that's talking to you, your brother, might be annoying, but it's actually really, really good feedback, because what he says is actually, like behind you, like there's someone about to attack behind you, so you can switch and fight it. And what else did he say? He say things like that, right? Oh, someone's about to jump you, or you got hit. And I find that it's really not annoying. It's really, really, really useful, and I'm happy that they put it in. It's pretty amazing, you know, how they integrated that in. Because it's really, really feels like someone who's giving you feedback. Like, you know, when in a rally racing game, when they give you feedback to turn and stuff like that, it's like that, but with this guy speaking to you, which is kind of cool. So in my first run, I really, really like my build, because what I did is I focused all of my power on the right arm and all of my effects on my left arm. So my left arm was really not powerful, but it had some stun, it had some overheat, it had like a lot of like really cool stuff. So what I would do is just hit the guy, like my both arm like that, and like he would barely move, you know. It was pretty cool. I know that a lot of people are worried about the shield right in front of you, but it really, really doesn't matter. It was like it doesn't affect your viewing at all. So you don't have to worry about that. Videos, like, it's hard to justify, but it really, really doesn't affect your view of when you're playing the game. Sometimes, I think I was moving a lot, and I wasn't really like centered in the cockpit, but it's fine, because I could just reset my view and it was fine. My first time, I've actually was using a wire to keep my headset charge, and I don't recommend that because you're moving a lot, you're twisting, you're turning around. Definitely a wireless game, so definitely consider that if you want to buy, you know, the PC version for wired connection or wireless using a standalone version. So yeah, keep that in mind. So guys, this was my first view of Underdogs. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You know, videos, honestly, they don't justify the game. It's more fun than it looks like. Like when you see it right now, it just feels like a mess, right? I'm turning around everywhere and there's a lot of stuff on screen, but it makes so much sense when you're playing. And it's so cool the way it works because sometimes you know there's someone on your right, but you're not seeing him. So you just punch behind you and it really, really works well. Do I recommend this game? Absolutely. The price is a steal. Hours of gaming fun, you know, you can do a lot of replayability. And let me show you one last thing here. So yeah, when you die, you unlock a bunch of stuff, you know, like new items for your next run, new sponsors, and things like that. So it really, really makes you want to go back and play some more, you know. So anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you got a good impression of the, you know, of the Quest 2 version. Highly recommended. This is probably the best roguelike that's going to be in 2022 in VR. You know, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this. I'll be doing a lot more VR videos in the future, so don't miss out. And please like and comment if you have anything to say, you know, about the video. So thank you very much, everyone, and have yourself a wonderful rest of evening. Bye!